guys from a very beautiful Puerto Escondido, Oaxaca. I'm going to be here for the next 48 hours and as always, I'm bringing you guys along on the adventure with me. So for the next 3 days, I'm going to be staying here at Selena in Puerto Escondido, and I'm going to give you guys a little tour now of this little slice of paradise. So this is my home for the next 3 nights. Now, I have actually stayed at Selena's before, including the one in Isla Mujeres, just a few hours from Tulum. This is my first time staying on the Pacific coast, so I'm currently in Oaxaca, and I'm also staying in a teepee, which I've never stayed in before. If you will remember from my video in Isla Mujeres, I was staying in a private room. This time it's almost like I'm camping in a garden, but with an amazing view of the ocean. Wait till you guys see this. Okay, so like I said, this place is huge. I'm at the 3rd level, I'm walking down to the 2nd level, and then obviously there's a 1st level out onto the road, and then the beach is directly across the road from Selena. I mean, you could practically say that Selena is on the beach, there's just a road in the way. Cross the road and you're on the beach. Pretty amazing. So yeah, I'm just heading down now and I will show you the main area. So you just come out through the restaurant, you're onto the road. There's a little Selena cafe next door where you can get your coffee and your breakfast. You literally just walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 steps and you're on the beach. So, I mean, you really can't get any closer. So the beach is very quiet at this time. So it's currently November 2020. Obviously the pandemic is still going on, COVID is still happening. There is a lot of stuff here not open. I will say that it is very quiet, but there's also restaurants that are open. I can see now there's, 2 or 3 tables filled at every restaurant. The beach is very quiet because apparently the beaches were closed up until recently. I'm actually not even sure if they're fully open, but people are definitely going onto the beach and going swimming and stuff. There's definitely a flag up that says no swimming, so don't know if that's a certain area that you're not allowed to swim at or if it's the whole beach. But last night at sunset there was definitely people surfing here, swimming, and the hostel does offer surf lessons, so that must indicate something. So technically I only have 2 full days here in Puerto Escondido, so I've decided to rent a scooter for the next 24 hours. That'll bring me up to about lunchtime tomorrow to go off and see as many things as possible. I've just talked to the reception here in the hostel in Selena, and they've told me to go to the market, they've recommended a restaurant, and they also told me to go to a beach which is at the very end of this beach. There's a little bit more hip, a little bit more chic, and to go check that out. So I guess I'll see as much as I can do, and as always, bringing you guys on the adventure with me. So these are all the different scooters. This is my beautiful scooter for the next 24 hours. Okay, so the area I'm currently at is called Zicatela Beach, which is the main beach, the main strip here in Puerto Escondido. Now where I'm staying is at one end and the whole road is a one-way street. So if you drive down to one end, you kind of have to go down the whole way to the end of the strip to get back up to the main road, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm going to head into the center, but I just thought I would show you guys the Zicatela sign, as I'm pretty sure it's probably a good photo spot for anyone visiting. I have just parked up my scooter. I kind of came to the end of the road. So even though the whole beach area is called Zicatela, I think there's another area called Punta. It's more like a surf break, and it's got loads of really cute cafes and restaurants. So this is definitely where I'm going to have lunch. I'm already preferring this area much more to the area sort of next to where the hostel is. I guess that's more spread out, and here there's just like tiny little cafe next to tiny little cafe all in a row. Really cute flowers, like old VW vans and Jeeps, and I don't know, it's just a nice vibe. On days when the waves are good, this is actually known as one of the best surfing breaks or beaches in all of Mexico. It's always included in like the top 10, top 20 surf breaks in the world, and definitely at the top of the surf breaks in Mexico. There are no waves today, so there's not really anyone around. Literally just arrived on the beach and came across this pineapple man and he asked if I wanted my pineapple spicy or not spicy. So I'm going to try it a little bit spicy because I guess that's what they do in Mexico. They put like spicy stuff on their pineapple. Check it out, guys. This was just what the doctor ordered. I was like just walking around looking for lunch. This guy was like, pineapple? So my food has just arrived. I've got a arrachera taco, and these are sort of fish tempura tacos. I've just arrived here at Bacocho Beach. I had no idea about this beach, but I was driving through town and I legit just followed two people on a bike. I don't think you're supposed to do that ever, but these guys had a bodyboard and I was like, well, they must be going to a cool beach. And it's like totally deserted, there's not that many people around. It's very, very beautiful. So apparently this is a sea turtle camp. Together we recover the ocean. I've arrived just in time for their releasing the turtles back into the ocean. So apparently the volunteers go on quad bikes down this beach at night time, and if they see if they see footsteps in the sand, then they know, well, footsteps, tiny little footprints in the sand, they know that there are turtles, maybe have laid eggs there. Then they get the eggs, they bring them back here to the hatchery. They can keep them here for between 45 and 65 days. Apparently these ones were essentially just hatched last night, the ones that we're going to be letting out into the ocean, and these ones are called olive ridley. Now apparently there are 8 different types of turtles in the world, and 7 of those species you can find here in Mexico, 4 of which are on the Pacific coast. So yeah, today we're going to be letting out the olive ridley turtles into the ocean, and you can also find here green turtles and the really big leatherback turtles.
My English is not so well, so any question please ask me, okay?
Oh, sorry.
Really sorry for seeing that.
Uh-oh.
You can't.
Where am I releasing
Oh,
them?
baby.
So,
Can you like show me?
got my turtle.
Yeah, follow.
Turtle's trying to get out. You're not allowed to touch the turtle.
Yeah, we can find like other species like that.
So apparently you're supposed to name the turtle. I think I'm going to name mine Nemo. Okay, Nemo.
Sea turtle Diego.
Go on, Nemo, out you get. Hi. Hi.
Go on, Diego.
Oh.
Sunset. Sunset, you can make it.
Sunset had a rough start.
I know.
Bye bye, turtle. I miss you already. Well, that was freaking awesome. Oh my god, I'm so glad I followed those random strangers down to this beach. And literally I only followed them because they had a surfboard. There's a few people bodyboarding, but yeah, that turtle release was so cool. As I've been traveling for a few weeks now around the Yucatan, then to Chiapas, and then here to Oaxaca, I decided to take the morning off from sightseeing and going to the beach and just caught up on work. Now Selena is really good for that because there's really good internet, lots of like air conditioning, and lots of seats and desks and bean bags and hammocks around the place that you can just chill out and catch up on some work. So now I've come out to the town, the centro of Puerto Escondido. So right now I'm looking for a very local restaurant that someone in the hostel has recommended me, where you can get traditional Oaxaca food, which I'm excited for. And after that I think I'm going to go to the mercado, the central mercado here in Puerto Escondido, just to walk around and see what it's like. So let's go. Clothing stores, toy stores, hair accessories. Okay guys, so my first dish has arrived. It is an empanada and it is mole con queso, so mole sauce with cheese. Apparently these mole sauces have like an insane amount of ingredients. You wouldn't think it, just kind of looks like brown sauce. Oh yeah, oh my god. There is so much flavor. Isn't it crazy how the most simple dishes can be the most delicious? It's just a tortilla that they have fresh made. I can see them rolling up the ball of dough and then flattening it out and cooking it. Added mole sauce and then a bit of cheese. Yum. Oh my god, you guys, I ordered way too much food. Like, I thought this was enough, even like the mole, which was a empanada, and my empanada or my quesadilla. But this has arrived. This is like super traditional Oaxacan food. It's kind of like a Oaxaca pizza. This is insane. So it comes with all of this, limes, onion, spin it around. Side. Whoa. I don't know what that is. It looks kind of like cabbage. There's definitely cheese, chorizo. It's huge. Is that, seriously, this is so big. I don't even know how to start eating it. Ah. I break it up. Oh my god, it's falling apart. Okay, to be fair, it is really tasty. Do not get me wrong. Definitely deserves a little bit of spicy sauce. Whoop. Spill it on the table. I don't know how spicy this is. Ooh, that's a lot of chilies. Let's try it now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Piñatas, so many different colors and all different shapes and different characters. I've never seen like a SpongeBob SquarePants piñata before. Ooh, a bakery. If I wasn't so full I would go in. Oh my god. These look amazing. Oh, I wish I hadn't eaten so much food. Mercado, municipal, Benito Juarez. And I'm guessing the name of this market is Benito Juarez, as Benito Juarez was the first indigenous president of Mexico. And he was from Oaxaca. And we're in Oaxaca. I'm not sure what's in here. I'm not sure what's open. There definitely looks to be quite a few things closed. Seems to be some nice souvenirs and stuff, so I guess I'll just walk around and see what there is. To be honest, I was kind of just expecting it to be like souvenir stores and stuff, but there's actually a lot of restaurants in here. Like a lot, like 20 or 30 different restaurants. So if you're looking for something to eat and you want to get something really local in a like casual environment, this could be a good place to come. There's a parrot. Hi. So lots of different souvenirs. These look like the kind of bags you see in Chiapas as well. A lot of stuff. So lots of different clothes. Definitely some stuff from like local artisans. Some souvenir towels. Wow, this market is way bigger than I thought it was. Like there was just one block, came out a door and there's this entire massive area. Irlanda Floria. Hey look, Irlanda. Wow. Look at all of these flowers. Oh, sunflowers. Gabby. Wow. So you got some big pieces, small pieces. Look how big these ones are. So they're getting the flies away. Hola. So so everything is closing. 5 o'clock, you need to get to the market before then. Everywhere's closing up, everyone is starting to clean. The shutters are going down. So I guess in the morning it's probably better. Chocolate y mole de Oaxaca. What is this? Oh, sorry. Pardon. So this is like the powdered chocolate. And here you have all of their different products. So for 1.5 kilos, it's literally like... So this... I wasn't really sure if it was like, you know, chocolate for eating, but it is for like making hot chocolate. So it's sort of like hot chocolate powder or whatever you call it, cacao. And yeah, this area and also Chiapas is very famous for their chocolate making and their coffee. I've decided to check out one last spot here in Puerto Escondido before the sun sets, which is probably going to be in about an hour. So I've just jumped back on my scooter and I've come here to Playa Carajillo. And it's apparently one of like the nicest, it's kind of half hidden, half secret beaches here in Puerto Escondido. There's not that many cars here. It's like, I wouldn't say it's a trek to get here, but it's certainly like quite far away from La Punta and the main beach. So yeah, let's check it out. Wow, they weren't kidding. This is beautiful. Oh my god, it reminds me of like Thailand or somewhere where you come across this hidden beach when you're driving around on your scooter. Guaranteed it might not be as quiet as I thought it would be. There's quite a lot of people here, but it's so peaceful. You can hear the waves crashing. There's steps at either side up to the top with amazing viewpoints. Just this light in the evening is just stunning. Everyone's in the water swimming, everyone's just chilling out on the beach. There's a few little palapas, little beach bars where you can get a beer, and that's where I'm headed right now. I have to say guys, there's so many nice beaches here. It's actually hard to choose which one is my favorite. As I was sitting here, I was thinking, this is the best beach for sure. But then I remembered the turtle experience last night and how insanely epic that sunset was as we were letting the turtles out into the water. The beach where the hostel is nice, but like there's not really any swimming. And then La Punta is quite cool, quite chic, it's good for surfing. But I think it's probably between this one and the one I went to last night. This one is just magnificent. Okay, so I decided to catch the sunset here at the very end of Zicatela beach. This is sort of just further down from where I'm staying, but there's loads of boats, kind of like a port. And it's also right next to this sort of pedestrianized souvenir shopping street. I wouldn't say normal shopping because it's totally souvenirs, local crafts, stuff like that. But check out this sky. Can you guys hear the birds? Cacophony of birds. Okay, to finish another amazing and very full day here in Puerto Escondido, I have come to the souvenir shopping street. After 5 p.m. it's pedestrianized, which is really nice. Ladoquin, I think it is called. Ladoquin. You'll see it, it's on the top lists of like things to do and places to visit here in Puerto Escondido. Little notepads. It's actually so sad to see this so quiet. There's just no one here. And that is a wrap, you guys, on 2 wonderful days here in Puerto Escondido. I had a lot of fun. I did a lot of things considering I didn't have that much time, but sadly it's time to leave. In the morning I'm actually going to be flying to Oaxaca City, so don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos from Oaxaca. I really hope you enjoyed this travel vlog. See you next time.